Here's an overview of Marvel's 8 cosmoses. The first cosmos was a singular universe, without life, laws, or change. Its embodiment, the first firmament, eventually created life. But some, like the Celestials, rebelled, desiring change. This led to a civil war between the Celestials and the loyal aspirants, known as the Infinity Wars. In desperation, the rebelling Celestials triggered a massive detonation that shattered the first cosmos, creating the multiverse and starting the cycle of rebirth. The weakened first firmament and its aspirants fled to a distant realm called the Far Shore. The second cosmos, the first multiverse, was shaped by the Celestials' desire for change, leading to rapid creation and destruction. To manage this, they created the Beyonders, formerly Omegas, to oversee the multiverse's development. They also birthed the King in Black, an opposing force reborn from the living abyss with each multiverse. Unlike other iterations, the second cosmos, curious about death, sought its own end. When it perished, its remnants became the Beyond, a realm for the Beyonders to observe the multiverse. The third cosmos, existing before science, magic, or narrative, lacked concepts like good and evil. To combat a growing force of non-existence, it created the first hero, Lifebringer 1, who later inspired Galactus. Lifebringer 1 battled the cosmic entity Anti-All, which sought to destroy existence and return everything to the void. When not fighting, Anti-All resided in the Below Place, a source of gamma mutate power. After its life cycle ended, the third cosmos joined its predecessors in the Far Shore. The fourth cosmos, originally known as the Pilgrim, was born after the death of the third cosmos. The fourth introduced concepts of good, evil, and the possibility of existence, represented by the Queen of Nevers. Life began to take shape, and for the first time, choices had meaning. Though narrative hadn't yet formed, the fourth could observe each potential reality. The Pilgrim ultimately sacrificed itself to create the fifth cosmos, and later redefined itself as the Queen of Nevers in the Far Shore after its death. The fifth cosmos introduced magic to the multiverse, allowing mortals to experiment and create freely. This newfound autonomy, however, also led to cruelty and madness. The fifth cosmos saw the rise of the first Sorcerer Supreme, Moradin, a sinister figure who performed horrific experiments and became known as reality's first parasite. As the fifth cosmos neared its end, Moradin survived, reborn in the sixth cosmos as Omnimax, the Devourer of Worlds. Though Omnimax shares Galactus' title, the two have never crossed paths. Little else is known about the fifth cosmos. The sixth cosmos, rejecting magic, became the first to embrace science, fostering a reality focused on learning and exploration. It created the Overspace, a pocket dimension where mortals could communicate with cosmic entities like eternity or death. The sixth cosmos eventually fell to Black Winter, the Devourer of Universes. As it faced its end, Black Winter chose Galen of Ta as its avatar, who would be reborn as Galactus in the next cosmos. The seventh cosmos was unique, born as twin beings, infinity and eternity, representing one complete entity. The seventh thrived, enjoying the unfolding events of mortal life. The Beyonders, cosmic custodians, foresaw the creation of the Enigma, a future entity designed by Mr. Sinister to become the ultimate cosmos. To prevent this, they waged war to destroy the seventh cosmos. Failed to prevent its collapse, Dr. Doom created Battleworld from fragments of the old multiverse. Doom lost control, handing power to Reed Richards, who rebuilt the seventh cosmos. Upon the birth of the eighth cosmos, Eternity returned alone while Infinity left for the Far Shore. Weakened, the eighth faced destruction by the first firmament, who sought to end all future iterations. Galactus, now the Lifebringer, helped Eternity and past cosmoses defeat the first firmament, preserving the eighth, which remains the current Marvel Multiverse.